Welcome to the podcast.
Do we still not have a name?
No. This is our homework for this week, is to find a name.
Okay.
We're
Sons of Thor.
No.
No. It's not even what our last name means.
Yeah, it means Thor's hammer. So, welcome to the podcast this week. I'm Paul.
I'm Tanner.
And Cole did such a good job last week, we decided to give him an internship. So he'll probably be with us the next few times. Say hi, Cole.
Hello.
Yeah, so this week, Tanner is back at school
I
at
am.
BYU Lamaho.
Idaho excuse you.
Lame ho.
And so, yeah, we're FaceTiming Tanner, and Cole and I are still in the basement.
I'm recording from my apartment in Rexburg.
So hopefully the reception doesn't go out and this podcast is a failure, but we'll go from here. So this week we are talking about who in NBA history would be our starting five, and also who the GOAT is.
Yes.
And I think we have some differing opinions on these things. So,
Well, I think our starting five will have some similar.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah. This should be
But
good.
the GOAT will be different.
Yes.
For those of you who don't know, GOAT stands for greatest of all time. All right. So I think, well, we did some rules. Our starting five has to cover all five positions. So point guard, shooting guard, power forward, or small forward, power forward, and center. And you can't play anyone out of position. Check.
I love it.
Oh, I forgot. Michael Scott is our guest this week. So I think how we should do this, because they're probably going to be similar, a lot of them, we'll say, oh, but if we count, your voice is delayed, so that won't work.
What?
I was going to say we say 1, 2, 3, and then say a name of the point guard or whatever. But you're going to be delayed, I think.
I guarantee.
You guys should just come up to Rexburg to record these.
Yeah, right. Worst place on earth.
It's not that bad.
Okay, let's just try it. All right? So I'm going to count to 3, and then we all say our starting point guard. Okay?
Okay.
1, 2, 3. John
Gary
Stockton.
Payton.
What? Oh,
Cole said
Cole's
Gary
going for
Payton.
defensive team.
Okay, explain yourself, Cole.
He's the. Shut up. He's the best. You're laughing at me. He's the
best basketball player.
He's the best defensive point guard. He's the only point guard to win Defensive Player of the Year, which usually goes to centers.
Ooh.
And with him up front, nobody will get the ball inside.
Why?
Okay. Explain yourself.
Stockton can get around anybody.
Yeah.
He can pass through a brick wall. All right, so Cole would want Gary Payton. Why do you want John Stockton?
Because first off, he's a point guard. He's the floor general. So his job is to work the ball, distribute the ball, make plays. John Stockton is all-time in assists by over 3,000.
And what else? Steals.
Oh, all-time in steals as well. That was a
Why are
different point
you
I was going to
helping
make.
his case?
Because I said John Stockton too.
Fine.
That's the other thing is...
What does Gary Payton have?
Yeah.
Like 4 steals in his career?
If Gary Payton's so great at defense, then why doesn't he get more steals? Huh?
He probably just gets charged as like a wuss.
What's he supposed to do? Knock them on the ground?
Yeah. That's what John Stockton did a few times.
All right, so we got some differences. In the first one, I thought everyone was going to do John Stockton. Okay, I mean, clearly he's the best.
I mean,
Clearly,
an argument
he's the best.
could be made. I don't know why Cole chose Gary Payton, but an argument could be made for Magic Jordan or Magic Johnson.
Wow, Magic Jordan.
Surprise! Is really one player the whole time.
Yeah, Magic Johnson would be my he's my bench player.
Yeah, he's second string, but I think the reason everyone says that Magic is better than John Stockton is because he won more rings.
Why is
And-
that such a bad argument?
It's not a bad argument, but it's not the most important element to the argument. Like, winning rings and winning games is kind of the point. But an argument could be made that John Stockton would have won rings if we hadn't gone up against Michael freaking Jordan both times.
Actually, yeah,
And he would have got rings if if him and Karl Malone had any help whatsoever.
True.
that's what I was gonna say. And they're going up against the best team in history.
Arguably.
No.
What do you mean, no?
I mean, Golden State passed them. That's another
Yeah.
discussion. We can maybe talk about that after
Yeah,
the go.
talk about that later. But yeah, that's what Magic has. I mean, he's a great point guard, but the only things he really has on Stockton is he's got more rings and he's made
Flashier.
flashier
And in
plays.
LA.
Yeah, and he's in a big city, whereas Utah's like one of the smallest markets. So
All right. Next up, shooting guard.
All right.
1, 2, 3.
Michael Jordan.
Jordan.
Did we all say Michael Jordan?
No, I said Donovan Mitchell. I'm just kidding. He'll get there.
One day.
Yeah, Michael Jordan, hands down, no question.
There's different. Did we didn't say what we're gonna do with these players after, are we? On 2K.
Oh, well, this will be Cole's homework. As an intern, he's gonna set up our starting lineups against each other and have a little tournament on 2K because it can simulate them.
Yeah.
So we'll see who wins. Because as we know, 2K is very scientific and
Very.
the results are inconclusive. I mean, conclusive.
Absolutely no question. Whatever it comes out with is accurate.
All right, so do we really need to talk about why Michael Jordan's our starting?
No, we're gonna get into Jordan later. Anyway,
He's the best defensive shooting guard.
Stop with the defense.
What? I'm being serious here.
That's all Cole is basing his team off of. AKA Jabari Parker would not make the cut on Cole's team.
He doesn't get paid to play defense.
Okay. Small forward. Wait, I have to think of mine. Who was mine? Crap. Oh, I remember. Okay.
LeBron James.
What are you doing? We didn't count.
I'm sorry, I was reading Tanner's mind.
1, 2, 3.
Scottie
Scottie
Pippen.
LeBron James.
Hey, I said Scottie Pippen.
I said Scottie Pippen.
Are you choosing him just because you knew I was going to pick him?
No. I wouldn't base my starting five off of your starting five. Your starting five's gonna suck.
What do you... I'm going to have the best defensive starting five.
Okay, that doesn't mean it's gonna be the best all-time starting five.
I'm going to hold your team to 0 points.
I have Michael Jordan.
I have Michael Jordan Jr.,
Okay.
defensive senior player.
What are you talking about? I have Michael Jordan post-retirement.
Post-retirement?
I have Michael Jordan when he played baseball. All right. So I am the odd man out on this one.
You are.
There's a bunch of different Michael Jordans on 2K.
No, just stop with that for now.
What? Why are you the odd man?
Because I chose LeBron James.
Oh, wait a minute. Oh, I forgot we're
I
on.
was joking about the baseball Michael Jordan, Cole.
I forgot that we're on small forward now.
Yes. So I chose LeBron. You guys chose Scotty. I chose LeBron because, spoiler alert, he's the greatest player of all time.
Oh.
But, anyways, why did you guys choose Scotty?
Cole?
Well,
Because he's a good defender.
Well, yeah. He was long. I mean, some would argue that he's better than Michael Jordan.
No one can argue that.
I won't.
Who would
No.
argue that?
A bunch of people argue that. I don't argue that.
They've done studies.
I picked him because you need, like, you can't just choose the best at every position, even though that's like what Paul's doing. You need to choose a team that's like they would work well together. So you can't just have
Au
five
contraire.
scorers. If there's
Just you wait.
okay, you can't have every position just be a bunch of scores, because then what about every other element of basketball?
Have
So,
you seen LeBron pass?
good for LeBron.
He's not that good.
He's freaking good. Are you kidding me? All right. Let's move on. This is getting into our other discussion we're going to have. All right. So basically, you only chose Scottie Pippen because he rode Michael Jordan's coattails and got some rings. Okay. Moving on. All right. Power forward. 3, 2, 1.
Karl
Dennis
Malone.
Rodman.
Karl Malone.
Dennis Rodman? Wow.
Hey,
Why
now
don't you just have the Bulls team?
I got
Yeah.
I got the three.
best defenders in the whole world.
I got the best trio in NBA history.
Dennis Rodman?
Yeah,
Okay.
with Scottie Pippen and Michael Jordan.
All right. Whatever.
They were a trio.
Okay.
Sure.
So I went with Karl Malone, my old man, because chemistry.
Yes.
Him and Scottie Pippen were the best duo in NBA history.
Yeah.
So
What?
screw your trio.
Him and who?
John Stockton and
Oh,
Karl Malone.
I thought you said Scottie Pippen.
Did I?
Yeah, you did say Scottie Pippen.
I'm going to edit that out of the podcast.
No, you're not.
Please insert John Stockton over when I said Scottie Pippen.
Yeah. Stockton and Malone. No better
I'm
duo.
actually wearing them on my socks right now.
Oh.
My right sock is Karl Malone, and my left sock is John Stockton. And that's why I killed Cole in basketball today. Actually, we did not play very well the last game.
If I had been there, I would have played well.
That's debatable. All right. So, why did you choose Karl Malone? Same reason?
Basically, yeah, he's got the best chemistry with John Stockton out of any duo in NBA history, as well as he's just an incredible natural scorer. He is second all time in points behind.
By how much?
I'm not sure the exact number. He's behind Kareem. I could look it up real fast.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
But
Look it up. Look it up.
yeah, they just work really well together, and it would be a good flow for the team.
All right. Cole, explain yourself.
It is.
Well, you already did, kinda.
Wait. Hold up. I've got the statistics. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Jabari Parker. Kareem Abdul-Jabari Parker.
He scored 38,387 points, and Karl Malone scored 36,928 points. So,
Dang.
well, like 1,400-ish points behind. So, yeah.
What do you guys... Does it make you sad or happy that he went to the Lakers to win a championship and they lost?
I mean...
The Lakers with Kobe Bryant and Shaquille O'Neal and Gary Payton.
Yeah, Cole's starting
Hey, this
point
is
guard.
I'm
Sucked it up.
I'm selecting him from when he won DOPTY.
Oh, jeez.
DPO.
I'm choosing him when he won the DPYKZ. Okay. So
Are you saying, are we sad that he left to go to LA, or are we sad that he didn't win a ring?
not sad, like feel bad for him or think it's funny.
Oh, I feel bad for him. Like, he goes to the championship twice and gets shut out twice by the greatest player of all time. And so he's like, well, I want to get a ring before I retire. It's my last season. He goes to LA where it's like a surefire win, and then they lose.
But isn't it more admirable to be John Stockton and stick with your team no matter what? This is a separate discussion about super teams.
I don't
Like Kevin Durant going to the Golden State Warriors after they won 73 games in a season and clearly did not need him.
I don't like
And
super
then
teams.
DeMarcus Cousins going this year.
Like, yeah, the whole Golden State thing, the whole LeBron jumping ship from Cleveland to go form a super team in Miami, not admirable, kind of.
And then they got beat by Dallas. That was the best.
They did. But yeah, I think that's dumb. But I think those are different cases than Malone's, because Malone was like in his last season and he's like, I just want one. Yeah. Versus like people like LeBron or Kevin Durant are just jumping ship rather early in their careers, where they've still got several good years left to build up to a championship, but they jump onto a super team. That's stupid.
Right?
I think that's a different scenario, though. I think LeBron, when they did the Miami thing, that was like creating a good team, whereas Kevin Durant going to Golden State was like, oh, you guys are already the best team in the world, so I'm just going to go with you guys.
It's not that different, though. Like,
It is.
when
Didn't LeBron go to Miami like before any other All-Star went? Like,
Dwayne Wade was already there.
yeah, him and Dwayne Wade, but he went before anyone else.
When did
Wade.
Bosch go?
Before Chris Bosh?
No,
and-
they both went at the same time.
Oh, they did?
Yeah. And he was like, we're not going to win one championship. We're going to win two. Or we're not going to win two. We're not going to win three. He
Yeah.
just kept going up to like 7. And then they lost the first year.
I don't think it's that different. Like, the fact that they were creating a super team, whether it's just jumping on a super team, like, I mean, Kevin Durant's an idiot for doing that, but at the same time, I just don't like super teams. So the fact that LeBron did that is dumb too.
Right?
Thank you, Cole.
I just think it's different because...
Are you eating?
Yeah, sorry if you can hear me eating. I'm chowing down on some chicken Alfredo.
He almost spit it out from laughing earlier.
I need a carb load.
Oh my gosh. I had the decency to eat before the podcast, but you know.
Well, we were playing basketball. We were doing research.
Anyways,
Let's move on. Super teams suck. We all agree.
sick of Golden State winning everything.
Yeah.
Center.
Where are we? No.
Oh, we were on power forward. Okay, let me plead for
Oh.
Dennis Rodman.
Okay.
He is the best defensive power forward ever. And also,
Did you say defensive?
when also you see a lot of times when people group together all-stars on the same team, they actually don't work together well. So I'm not rolling dice on this. I know that him and Scottie Pippen and Michael Jordan have great teamwork together.
Yeah. Center. Right?
Yes.
All right.
We might.
Wait, who was mine? Oh yeah. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Greg
Hakeem
Olajuwon.
Greg Ostertag?
Are you, yes? Are you kidding me?
We looked up. We looked. He is the center during Stockton Malone Jazz years. We looked up highlights of him. The only highlight was him getting ejected.
Throwing a tantrum. I was like, Cole, do you know who this is? He's the greatest.
Oh my gosh.
And it was just him getting ejected.
He fouled Shaq or something, and then he got ejected, and as he's walking out, he's throwing like chairs over, and then
He kicks a pile of towels.
as he's walking out into the locker room, there's this Lakers banner above him, and he just pulls it down. Like he just doesn't stop, and we're just dying of laughter.
Okay, so Paul's is Greg
No.
Ostertag.
No, mine's what Cole's is. Hakeem.
Hakeem?
Yeah.
All right, why Hakeem?
Because he's a good defender.
What?
He has the most rings and the most...
What?
He doesn't have... What, out of center?
He doesn't.
What are you talking about?
Dad?
He's got 10 fingers.
Good, okay.
I don't know. I was reading up about him because I don't really know centers very well.
Really?
Yeah. And he seemed like the best.
Don't look.
If
Why did
Dad
you
were
choose
here,
him,
he would
Cole?
agree with me.
Dad would agree with you.
Yeah.
Dad likes Hakeem more than Kareem.
No, he doesn't.
Yes, he does.
Is he there?
Dad's favorite. I'll text Dad and show it to you.
Is he there? Can you grab him?
No,
We're not-
he's upstairs.
We're not gonna go grab him.
Lazy.
Cole will text him, and if he doesn't answer, we're not getting off our butts.
Who's your favorite center of
All right,
all
what's
time?
your reasons, Tanner?
Well, my favorite center of all time is actually Wilt Chamberlain,
Oh,
but I think as incredibly dominant as he was offensively, I think Kareem is a better defender.
Oh, using Cole's tactics, eh?
You need a good rounded out team. You can't just have all offense. So, and I've already got like Michael Jordan and Karl Malone and stuff. So, plus Kareem is an amazing scorer. Anyways, he's ahead of Karl Malone in total points. So,
he has 6 rings along with 6 MVPs, which is something Michael Jordan doesn't have.
Who does?
Kareem.
That's who I was thinking of.
sorry,
Oh,
Michael Jordan has more. What are you talking about?
More what? Rings?
No, more MVPs.
Okay, somebody look
Fact
it up.
check this.
Wait,
But anyways-
sorry. He has 5 NBA MVPs. He has 6 Finals MVPs.
So I actually am switching sides to Tanner.
All right.
Oh,
That's who I thought I was talking about
oh,
when I said he has the most rings and stuff. But like I said, I don't really care about centers because who cares about centers? Just
I think Kareem is second best player of all time.
then Hakeem's first.
No, then Michael's first.
Wait, you chose Hakeem though.
I said player of all time. Kareem's the second best NBA player of all
But
time.
you don't want him in your starting 5?
No.
Well,
he's not as good defensively. Just kidding, he's great. But Paul,
what?
if you're going for most rings, then you would go with Bill Russell.
Well, I wasn't just going with most rings.
Have you seen Bill Russell play? He couldn't play at modern day college level.
Okay, that's not true.
What do you mean? Well, have you seen what the game looks like back then? They're skipping around out there.
He was Wilt Chamberlain's nemesis. They were at each other's throats all the time.
Yeah, which is why Wilt Chamberlain sucks too.
Okay. That's why Wilt Chamberlain has the greatest single player season of all time.
Yeah, because
Everybody else sucked in that
there was
league.
no defense back then. That's why they scored 100 points. And
He
one
averaged
player.
50 points. He averaged over the entire season.
How
50
many-
No one
points.
guarded him.
How many big men were back in that day?
A lot, including Bill Russell.
If you tapped him on the shoulder, it was a foul.
He averaged 25 rebounds.
Bill Russell is the
50
same
points.
height as Paul George.
He averaged over 48 minutes a game. He averaged over 48 minutes. Do you know how you do that?
Because they didn't play defense. He walked up and down the court, dunked the ball, grabbed
he
a
played
few
literally
rebounds.
every second of every game. It's over 40 minutes because of the occasional overtime. Like,
I'm having fun.
I'm glad.
All right. Why are we even arguing about Bill Russell? He's not even on any of our teams.
Actually, that was Wilt Chamberlain. But yeah,
Neither is
Kareem.
Wilt.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Kareem Hakeem. That's who I want.
No, you want Kareem, Paul.
I want Kareem Hakeem Jabari Parker.
He's not played to play defense.
I don't care about defense. Pretty soon, Cole's going to start saying stuff like, defense wins championships.
They do.
Well,
Look at the Detroit Pistons against the Lakers
I'm just-
super team.
Have you guys seen that commercial?
Yes.
Turning into your dad.
I'm surprised you didn't say Rudy Gobert, Paul, since you're so in love with him.
What, you're not?
No, I am. You just
All right,
really
then.
are.
He likes Rubio more.
Yeah, Tanner's in love with Rubio for some odd reason.
Rubio is amazing.
You notice how we've been freaking killing it since he's been sitting on the bench and Donovan's on a record-setting run?
Okay. That doesn't...
That's because he makes things happen.
He can score... He's on a record-setting run for scoring.
Yeah,
that's-
because when Rubio's on the floor, he can be double-teamed. Everyone double-teams Donovan because Rubio can't score.
Yeah, so why is he on a scoring run then? That's the record he's breaking, is scoring.
That's what I'm saying. When Rubio's playing, Donovan can't score nearly as easily
Why?
as when Rubio's out because there's no spacing. Because they know if Rubio
is
shoots
spacing.
it, it's probably going to be a
Rubio's
miss.
been on a tear lately.
What?
Rubio's been on a tear lately.
Yeah, his field goal percentage is like 25.
For the season, not for the last, few games he's been playing. Like, the last
He has like one good game and then 5 bad ones.
Not lately. He's had like 10
right.
straight good games.
Guys, so I texted Bad, said, who's your
You
favorite?
texted bad?
Dad, who's your favorite center of all time? He texted back, Ho.
Oh.
I'm
H-O.
I'm texting back, what?
I'm just spitballing, but I think he's saying Hakeem Olajuwon. Cole, you were right.
Huh?
I said you're right. Don't be a butt.
You're wrong.
You're
Wrong.
We're better. Wait, I'm on Tanner's team.
So, okay. Who... Actually, that's a stupid question. I was going to say, who do you think would win if our starting fives played each other, but we'd all just pick our own.
Mine.
No one would score a single point against mine.
jeez.
Everyone would score a single point. Come on, Cole. Gary Payton.
Gary Payton.
Why is that so absurd? Dad said, text back said, Hakeem, period. Good night.
He's not having it.
He's angry. We're texting him at 10 o'clock, 10:20. All right. Next question. Who is the GOAT?
Are we counting down?
Yep. 3, 2, 1.
Michael
LeBron
Jordan.
James.
Okay, Paul, go.
It's LeJean Brames.
Okay.
That was an Office quote. I can't believe you didn't get that.
It was a later season when Michael's gone.
Oh,
Actually,
well,
I'm
who
off
cares
my-
then? That's why I didn't.
Dwight makes like a workout room.
Yeah, for Daryl.
It's a gym that he wants him to pay for. And he's like, come on, don't you want to look like LeBron James? And he's like, it's LeJean Brames. That's what I said. Anyways. Okay, I admit, Michael Jordan, I was all in on Michael Jordan being the greatest until I've witnessed one person beat the best team, in my opinion, of all time. Because when LeBron was with Cleveland, he did not have anyone except Kyrie. Wait, was Kyrie on the team when they beat the Golden State? Was he hurt?
Wait. I don't know, actually. I will check.
LeBron did steroids, so he
Yeah.
cheated.
Yeah. MJ didn't do steroids.
You guys don't know that for sure.
Pretty sure, though.
He's just getting more athletic and better the older he gets. It's not weird. It's not weird at all.
Along with stuff like healing from injuries in 2 seconds and have
That's
the
because he
receding
fakes his
hairline,
injuries.
thinning hair and stuff.
He didn't have the flu against the Jazz,
Yeah, flu game.
and he pushed off.
Yeah, Michael Jordan pushed off. You're contradicting your own argument.
Cole, gosh dang it.
LeBron James fouled Iguodala on the block.
Are you looking it up, Tanner?
I'm looking for it. It's being dumb.
Well, anyways, even if he did have Kyrie, last season when they traded Kyrie, it was literally only LeBron that was good at all. And he carried his team to the finals, and they got swept by the best team in NBA history, but to even get there, like he carried his team on his shoulders the entire way, and it blew my mind.
So Kyrie was with LeBron. He was with Cleveland when they won.
Okay. So they did have Kyrie, but even still, they beat the best team ever. And then he carried it. And he's been to the finals like how many years in a row? Forever.
How many times has he won?
I don't know.
Not as many as he's gone.
Well, yeah.
Not even half.
The point is, Michael Jordan always had a super good team. Cole even has two of them on his starting five. Michael Jordan always had help. LeBron has been basically the only super good player on a lot of teams and just carried them throughout the whole season and into the playoffs.
The only teams you can argue with that is the last 4 years with Cleveland, and he's had some solid players. He's had Kyrie, he had Donovan, he had
Donovan.
or not Donovan. He had oh my gosh. I'm blanking.
Rodney Hood.
Darren Williams.
Darren Williams was like on his last leg. He didn't even play hardly.
He was good still. He wasn't nearly as good as when he was with the Jazz, but he was still good.
They didn't even play him.
Yeah, they
He
did.
like 10 minutes a game.
But he wasn't completely alone. It's not like he was carrying the Phoenix Suns to the finals or whatever.
Last season, he basically did. Look what happened to Cleveland when he left. They're the worst team in the league. With basically the same team that he took to the NBA Finals.
But then there's the argument that he's in the East,
Hey, I was gonna say that.
and the East sucks. So, carrying his team through the playoffs
One player on the crappiest team in the NBA this year.
this year, that doesn't mean that, like, if he hadn't
That's
been there
what I'm
last year, it would
saying.
have been the worst.
He made his team so freaking good just being on it. He made every player good.
Look at the Lakers this year.
Yeah, when he's been on it, they were climbing up the standings. Now that he's hurt, they're dropping.
Yeah, he's the X factor on his team. I'm not arguing that, but even when he was on the team and healthy and playing all the time, they weren't doing fabulous.
At the very beginning.
Were they?
Yeah, they sucked at the beginning, but they started climbing like crazy. I think they're still ahead of us.
No, we passed them. We're eight.
Really? That makes me happy.
Yeah, we're currently in the playoff position.
Yeah, we're in 8th.
You looked so sad saying that.
We're in 8th. No.
There are several teams that have been ahead of them the entire season. Like they're a good team, and he's the X factor on that team, but he's not carrying them to the finals.
I'm not saying he is carrying them to the finals for sure. Like, there's no way that's going to happen.
The
I'm
Lakers,
saying is-
without him, are better than this year's Cavaliers. So if he's playing with a better team, why
I
isn't he
don't
carrying
know.
them to the finals?
They're not. They've lost like every game since he's been gone.
They're not Cavaliers bad.
I don't know. It's all young guys.
Got JaVale McGee.
JaVale McGee. Anyways, I'm like just barely going over to Team LeBron
Okay.
by the slimmest of margins, just
I-
because my mind was blown watching him carry the Cavaliers to the finals.
I want someone to get better than Michael, but I still think Michael's above LeBron.
Yeah. LeBron's not there. He's the second best player. I will readily admit he's the second best player. But he's not the best.
I think your guys' opinion is nostalgic.
Nostalgic, we weren't even I was like barely alive and Cole wasn't alive.
Okay, not nostalgic, but like it's the cool thing to like Michael Jordan the best.
Not
He
anymore.
was like Michael Jordan was like the best rookie in history. Oh no, we can't hear Tanner.
Can you not?
Yes, we
Oh,
can.
we can now. Your mouth was moving and we couldn't hear anything.
I have a lifesaver in my mouth.
What?
There's candy right here. I'm just okay. Keep going.
He's arguably the best defensive
Oh, jeez.
player.
Are you talking about MJ?
Yeah. Gosh, what's the word I'm looking for? Not
Just
just
defender, defensive, defense. Or you could just say D.
I'm at. You're not helping. You're making it worse. Just
They
on
played good D. when you-
on the floor defense, not at the basket. Perimeter defender. That's what I was looking for.
Michael Jordan is a much better defender than LeBron James.
That's true.
Okay. Michael Jordan is also a much better offensive player than LeBron James.
I don't know about that.
Should we look at the stats? LeBron
The other
has
thing,
averaged.
no, timeout.
Okay.
The other thing is you can't just straight up compare stats because it's different eras of basketball.
You're
And different
comparing it.
positions, but it doesn't matter.
Yes, it does.
I think Michael Jordan's era is better.
It
than
matters,
this.
but you still need to look at stats. You can't just look at film.
Well, no, you can look at stats. I'm just saying you can't say Michael Jordan's a better offensive player because he scored more points because they play different defense. They call things way differently now.
It's not. It's pretty different, but it's not like we're saying Michael Jordan or LeBron James versus like Bob Cousy or something. Like we're not talking 1950s. It's like a couple decades ago.
But what I'm saying is LeBron James wasn't just great, he made his team great.
And Michael
Whereas
didn't?
Michael Jordan already had great players on his team.
He also went up against the two best point guards of all time and like the three best centers of all time.
They weren't guarding him.
He
No,
won.
but they were leading the teams.
He beat them.
Yeah, because he had great players playing next to him. That's what I'm saying.
Who was the center on the Bulls?
Luke Longley.
Yeah, who the freak is that?
He's long. By the way, I changed my vote. The greatest player of all time is Gervin from the Spurs.
Oh yeah.
Let's
Who
just
is
say
that?
let's just say I killed Cole in 2K today. And I played the all-time Spurs and he was the all-time Thunder. And some guy named Gervin is on the Spurs and he dominated. He got like 35 points and like 10 assists, blocks, steals,
Yeah.
rebounds.
Every time Gervin did something cool, he'd just go, Gervin! And then he gradually would go up, and Gervin got like this block steal. And he was just, Gervin! And did a layup with him, just went, wow! And, I had to pause the game because I was laughing so hard.
Gervin was the best player I've ever seen play basketball in my life.
Okay, Paul.
What?
So LeBron James went up against Golden State 4 times and only won once. Michael Jordan went up against the Utah Jazz, who had the greatest point guard of all time and the greatest power forward of all time, and beat them both times, including one game where he had the flu.
You cannot compare Golden State to the Utah Jazz.
I can.
No, you can't.
When you have the greatest point guard of all time and the greatest power forward of all time, and they.
I didn't say Karl Malone's not the greatest power forward.
Who's the greatest power forward?
Tim Duncan.
Tim Duncan.
What?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
You want him to
Tim
be
Duncan
the
is
best.
so much better on defense.
What?
I'm just kidding. No,
Isn't
what
he?
I'm saying is Golden State is by far, I think, the best basketball team in NBA history. By far.
I wouldn't say by far, but I agree. Super. No priesthood, just straight playing.
And just see who wins. Wait, how do you divide up teams and stuff?
I
Oh.
thought about that.
Oh, have you?
I'd pick one team. I'd first sort all the players in from best to worst, and I'd just go down the row of starting with the best, and then when I get to the last team, I'd give them the next best player so that they have two, and then work my way back up the list.
But are you talking about best overall or best at their position?
Best overall.
Then you'd have like a team with 5 point guards on it and a team with 5 centers.
Okay, fine. I would do best at each position. And then I'd start.
Are you saying you're
know.
God right now?
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay.
When I'm a god, I'll
Win?
want to know.
If.
What do you mean, if? Am I going.
I don't know if you're going to make it. All right.
For our non Latter-day Saint listeners, Mormons or our church holds the belief that it is possible one day through the infinite gift of God that we one day could achieve godhood. So,
we can become gods.
Won't we also have
makes
children and
sense.
have them go on Earth, too?
not this earth, but a earth. But we're getting into doctrine. This is a basketball podcast.
I don't want to do.
Basketball.
Okay.
I think that's it.
I didn't even
Let's-
pull out the statistics for
Of what?
points.
I don't even want to hear it.
Why? If LeBron
saying,
was the
what?
only good athletic
What?
player on his team, then why?
What? Hurry up.
LeBron James has scored 30 points or more, or has averaged 30 points or more in 2 seasons of his career. Michael Jordan, on the other hand, has averaged 30 points or more in 8 seasons, including one season that was 37 points. Michael Jordan averaged 37.
That was his rookie year, wasn't it?
No, it was his 3rd year in the league. He averaged 37 points in a career, in a season. Like that
James
is
Harden's going to average 37 points, and is he that great?
Yeah.
No.
I know you hate him, Paul, but he is the reigning MVP.
He's the worst.
Okay, guys, here's my backup team.
Oh, no.
Steph Curry,
Oh,
Ray Allen,
oh my
Reggie Miller,
Cole.
Dirk Nowitzki,
What?
and who's the best shooting 3-point shooting center?
I thought.
I don't know that
Mehmet
many.
Okur. Just kidding. He wasn't our center, I don't think.
He was a center, wasn't he?
Maybe.
Was he?
Mehmet Okur.
Yeah, okay.
I think he played center. I think he was kind of like Favors, like he'd play center every once in a while.
Yeah. Except it's like the other way around with Favors. He's basically a center, but he's forced to play power forward because Gobert's there.
Because Gobert's the best. Get away from the mic.
Which, so
Cole just tried to make out with the microphone.
oh gosh,
This is already a 50-minute podcast.
half of it's just random ramblings.
Guys, can we act professional and not get so excited about 50-minute podcasts?
No, I'm saying
say-
we haven't even talked about anything meaningful. All right. I think we
Let's-
should end it.
All right, I think we should all say our lineups.
No, what?
Again?
Like, just give a review of who's on our lineups.
Okay, here we go. You.
Gary Payton, Michael Jordan,
Jordan.
Scottie Pippen, Dennis Rodman, and Hakeem Olajuwon.
John Stockton, Michael Jordan, LeBron James, Karl Malone, and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
John Stockton, Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen, Karl Malone, and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. With Michael Jordan being the best player of all time. All right, we'll see you next time.
LeBron.
All right. Next time, I'll bring the results of who won the tournament.
Yes, thank you, Cole.
I cannot wait. All right. We will, in the meantime, we'll decide on a name for our podcast and decide on the next topic because we don't know yet.
I'll figure it out.
And Cole did such a good job as his first day on the internship. We'll probably keep him on here for a little longer.
Full time.
Yeah.
Unpaid, though.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely doesn't deserve pay.
I didn't think any of us were getting paid.
Oh, Tanner. and I
Yeah.
are. I'd like to thank our sponsor, the NBA.
As well as Nike and Adidas.
We don't want Nike.
What?
We don't want Nike.
Yeah, they're. I'm not gonna get political on this.
We'll have a different political episode.
All right. Thanks for listening and good night.
Good night.